Yo, Bingers! Welcome back. Thanks for clicking. I got what I think is a pretty great comic today from 1975. It's a DC Comics giant. Tarzan Family presents Korak number 60. Now, up until this point, this series was simply called Korak, Son of Tarzan, Not Boy. Not Boy. It's covered by Joe Kubert. Now, and then they switched over to this anthologies format. You could see some of the other characters and stories we get in here. You heard of John Carter, have you ever heard of Carson the Venus? But we're going to check out this story right here. What secret is hidden within the forbidden tomb? Dun, dun, dun. Check this out. Yon mortal below has escaped your evil designs, Vulcan. The slim youth has made a fool of Vulcan. That's Vulcan. You congratulate your champion too quickly. Stormy black clouds swirl about the Olympian immortals as their laughter peals like echoing thunder. The insolent stripling Korak will suffer unrelenting death before he exceeds my grasp. Below, the unsuspecting Korak, on his restless odyssey over the face of the earth, feels the strengthening of the rising storm. Tidal wave. I must get to higher ground. Fleet as the west wind, Korak races up the mountainous shaft of rock as titanic death pursues him. As the agile youth reaches a barren summit beyond the ocean's pounding surf, a funeral procession in a desolate place like this? Begone before the dark mantle of death smothers you. This is the forbidden place. Whoosh. Suddenly, the stormy skies are rent open by a blinding flash of hell's fire. And we'll pull out here, show you the full page. We got Korak, Son of Tarzan, story by Bob Kanigher. We've seen him before. Editor Joe Kubert, and art by Rudy Flores. So there we go, lightning comes down, hits this tube. Like silvery fingers, the cool rain tugs at the unconscious Korak, slowly drawing him back from the veil of darkness to the sounds of wailing wind. Korak stares wonderingly at the smoldering scene of death. It's like Indiana Jones. Everyone slain by the lightning. That metal coffin attracted the lightning. It's untouched. The bold youth strains against the massive lid. I must know what's inside. I am Prince Im-Ho-Tep. Thank you for releasing me. It's a popular name. Who are you? I am called Korak. Why are you to be buried alive? Who gave you such cruel orders? The king, my royal father. Your own father ordered the death of his son? It was necessary and right for the good of all. It's unnatural, inhuman. Come, I will take you back where you belong. I must see for myself if what you tell me is true. I hope you will not regret saving me, Korak. East of the mountain, as sunlight pierces the stormy day, towards a village built on stilts over the murmuring river, the prince leads Korak. It is he, Prince Im-Ho-Tep. Begone, for the love of Isis. Leave us alone. But why did they fear you so, Prince? Dun, 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 dun. The villagers' cries of warning turn into sheer terror as a monstrous creature churns out of the depths of the river. Ah! A monster smashing the huts, toppling the people into the river. I knew something like this would happen. It is ever thus when I am present. My royal father was forced to have me buried alive to protect the people, his people, from me. So, you are going to carry out my father's will and slay me before I cause more dreaded misfortune to the innocent. Strike! Strike quickly! Why did you not slay me? How would that help those in the monster's grip? Korak Korak's dive sends him below the sinister waters, where floundering villagers await rendering death from the grisly creature. I must approach from behind the monster, away from its tentacles. The leather-skinned Leviathan lashes wildly, making it impossible for Korak to strike. It's got me. I've dropped my blade. I must get to the surface for air. Reaching out, Korak seizes a piece of driftwood torn from the villagers' destroyed huts. Korak strikes again and again and again at the murderous, unblinking eye, with a flaming rage as ancient as an erupting volcano. And how, the old comics, they don't show you, but they tell you get the point, But you don't need to see it all. Just before it seemed as if Korak's lungs would burst for air, the stricken creature releases his adversary. The sinewy youth streaks for the beckoning light above, as Korak makes his way gaspingly towards the shore. How can we thank you for our lives, stranger? You have averted disaster brought upon us by the prince's evil eye. No evil eye beckoned the beast. If you build your village over such waters, expect them to attack again. Underwater nets will stop them. Dummy. Once more, Korak and the young prince proceed to their destination. You saved the villagers, Korak, but you will never convince my royal father that evil does not follow my footsteps. Into the rainforest, guttering like green emeralds, Korak and the prince wend their way until... It is the prince. He has returned from the dead. Stay away from us, lest we all be destroyed from ill fortune. I am a living curse. Better off dead. Look at how he's just disappointed. These stupid people. At that moment, from the concealment of leafy foliage, again the prince has brought us misfortune. My baby! Take me back to my tomb. I bring naught but evil. Stay here. From the trailing vine, Korak catapults himself at the ugly invader. Oh, look at that thing. Even as Korak grips the sharp thrusting horn, the creature's tail is like a python's coil. With grim fury, Korak clings tenaciously to the horned monk as the prehensile tail tightens around the intrepid lad's neck. Korak applies awesome pressure until its tail is away from my throat. Drop the baby! My baby! Run, you horned monkey, and thank your ape gods that Korak has spared your miserable life. With the baby safe in its mother's arms, Korak speaks to the villagers. You saved us from the young prince's evil eye. The prince is no more evil than your child. The predator will not strike if you are alert, dummy. As Korak and the prince continued on their journey, I hope you can convince my father, as easily as you did the people, that I should not be entombed, Korak. We shall see. The sun starts its descent towards purple night, and Korak and the prince reach the royal throne room. Check out that art there. My son, alive? But how? Heed me, O king. The prince has the evil eye. He must be entombed, for the good of all. Your son is innocent of any evil. You speak blasphemy, stranger, and for that you will die. Sinha, kill! Before the amazed king, Korak leaps onto the snarling panther, and again they don't show you all the grisly gore, but you get what happened, right? It is not your son who is evil, but your advisor. Perhaps he has another reason to have the prince eliminated. Oh, flip these ads real quick. The path to the throne is simple if the prince is no more. Imprison my royal counselor. I will deal with him later. He needed somebody else to tell him that, but how did he become king? But anyways, like, forgive me, my son, for being swayed by my evil counsel. Later, at the lavish feast given in Korak's honor, it's superstitious nonsense to think harm can befall anyone because of the prince. Have I not traveled at his side without a scratch? Ouch! A bee stung me. It was hidden in the fruit. Just a coincidence. The end. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, just a light little story to give you guys an idea of what was in this comic book. We're going to be coming back and checking out some of these other stories. I want to check out Carson the Venus for sure, and maybe even Amazon of Barsoom. Alright, everybody, you know the drill. You understand how all that YouTube internet stuff works. Clicking, I don't really care. I appreciate you watching the video, though. I'm going to let you go, but until next time, I'll see you in the back issues.